Does anybody want to take a look at the Phil Roberts show?
Not particularly. I think he's a moron.
Iris is on the show this afternoon.
Why is she on?
Oh, no.
It's really great to have you here on the show, Paige. Come on over here and have a seat by me.
Thank you, Billy Joe.
Sorry we kept you waiting so long, but I was so interested in Mrs. Wheeler's comments about the children's wing.
Yes, so was I. I do hope people will attend the bazaar. I went last year and had a wonderful time.
Now, the bazaar is open at 10, and it goes until...
8 o'clock.
Write that down, folks. 10 to 8.
So, you must be really busy now, what, with the opening up of your new boutique?
Yes, it is pretty hectic, but very exciting.
Well, tell us about it now. It's in the Galleria.
Yes,
right?
on the second level.
What are you going to do, sell jeans, that sort of thing?
No, designer clothes.
Well, I can tell by the way you look now here, boy, that place is going to be a real big success.
Thank you, Billy Joe.
I understand you had a brief career in Hollywood as an actress.
Yes.
Now, about the boutique.
That brief, huh? I also understand that you're a good friend of Peter Parnell's in Hollywood. Of course, he's been indicted for murder.
You know, Peter Parnell used to own the Coop. Matter of fact, I was taken in by him for a while, too. You know, he seemed like a nice guy, but the problem is you can't really tell about people sometimes until it's too late. Now, Paige, tell us the name of your place.
Page 1.
That's a great name, ain't it, Phil?
Well, that's all the time we got. Thank you. And special thanks to you, Mrs. Wheeler, for sharing your time with us. And thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow.
Meredith, why didn't you let me know that Paige Carrington was scheduled for the show today?
I didn't know. That's the truth. Mom, I don't understand why you're so upset.
I'm upset because Phil Roberts and your friend Iris have deliberately embarrassed Paige on my television station.
Well, if Paige didn't want her life exposed publicly, then she shouldn't be on television.
Paige was on the show to promote her boutique, not discuss her past life.
Well, maybe her past life is more interesting than her boutique.
You know, sweetheart, we have all made mistakes that we would rather forget.
She sure as hell didn't forget that Parnell man. She moved in with him just as soon as Dennis told her that he wanted a divorce. And as far as her little dress shop is concerned, I doubt that it'll be successful. She doesn't have any taste.
Rena.
She's a tramp, Mama. You know it as well as I do.
Well, Phil Roberts and Iris did their best to give Houston that impression.
Oh, I don't think Iris is to blame. Phil Roberts is the one who asked all the questions.
And how do you suppose he knew what questions to ask?
Listen, Mama, Iris saved Paige's neck the other night at Elliot's party. If it wasn't for Vivian and Iris, half of Houston would have seen that porno film that Paige starred in.
What are you talking about?
Well, didn't you know what happened?
No. Tell me.
Dennis was going to show that porno film, but Iris double-crossed him, and that's why we saw the films of Dennis when he was a baby. Apparently, Vivian had switched the cassettes at the last minute. I'm sorry, I thought you knew.
Do you mean Iris actually agreed to give that party so Dennis could embarrass Paige?
Well, I'm sure she didn't plan for it to go that far. But...
I don't believe that she could even pretend to go along with it.
Mama, she only did the thing that she thought was best.
Didn't she know how ill Dennis was?
No, she didn't. And she feels very bad about it. It was Paige's fault. She did that to Dennis. She's the one who's responsible for Iris being blackmailed, and she's responsible for Dennis going to prison for Chris Shaw's murder.
Iris could have gone to the police. And Dennis...
Mama, Dennis loved Paige from the very beginning, but she was so concerned about her pocketbook that she couldn't be honest with him. And then when Dennis found out what kind of person she really was, well... no wonder he cracked up.
Thanks, Ed. Well, Iris, there you are. I was looking for you.
Oh, I was in Mr. Roberts' office, thanking him for the chance to appear on his show.
You're very pleased with yourself, aren't you?
Very.
You know, I would think that even you would get tired of revenge after a while.
Not until the job is done.
But you do think at least that this public embarrassment is enough?
After what Paige has done to my son, I couldn't begin to do enough.
But Dennis is going to be fine. Dr. Jeffrey says he's making excellent progress.
I'm glad of that.
I don't think he would at all approve of what you're doing.
I don't intend to discuss it with him.
Well, what if he saw the show today? There's a TV in his room. Do you think his progress would be helped seeing the shabby campaign his mother is waging in his name?
I'm not going to let you lay all of this at my doorstep. Paige brought this on herself. I didn't make a pornographic film. I didn't associate with pimps and murderers and drug dealers. That was Paige.
Iris, please, lower your voice.
I will not lower my voice. I am sick of you preaching at me and meddling in something that is none of your concern.
Anything that concerns Paige and or Dennis is my concern.
The fact that you are in love with that tramp is an illness you will have to deal with. I won't be dragged into that.
I should have known it was no use to talk to you.
Not when I know I'm right, and I am. But I want to assure you that none of my friends will be tricked into patronizing any boutique that woman owns. I'm going to close down the Page One boutique before it even opens.
Always nice to see you.
Rena, I'm appalled that you would condone Iris's behavior.
Now, wait a minute. I am not condoning it. I'm just trying to explain Iris' side of the story. Dennis is her son, she loves him, and she's only trying to protect him.
Well, destroying Paige is not going to help Dennis.
Might.
It won't. And I don't want you to get involved in Iris's campaign against Paige.
I'm not getting involved.
Well, you're certainly defending her.
Mama, why are you suddenly feeling so sorry for Paige?
Because she's going after Paige the same way she went after Ryan.
Ryan was innocent.
Rena, I didn't know you were here.
Ah.
I just wanted to thank Vicky for her help.
Iris, if I had known what you were up to, you would never have appeared on that show.
Now, Vicky.
Did Lacey tell you Paige was appearing on the show today?
She might have mentioned it in passing.
So you hurried down here and used the bazaar as a pretext to embarrass Paige.
Oh, I was very grateful to Mr. Roberts for all the time he gave me to discuss the bazaar. I hope it will produce a large crowd. Well, as for Paige, I didn't embarrass her. I didn't say a word to her.
Well, you obviously had a great deal to say to Phil Roberts before the show. Those questions about her background.
Paige was very big news a while back. When she was arrested for Chris Shaw's murder, I guess Mr. Roberts reads the papers.
Iris, did you tell Phil about the porno film that Paige made?
Certainly not.
I don't like being used, Iris. And I particularly resent you using my television station to embarrass Paige.
You certainly can't approve of the kind of person Paige is.
The girl has made mistakes, but they're in the past.
No. Those mistakes are still costing my son a great deal. And I intend to see that she pays for them at a great cost to herself.